In light of what had just happened, hearing the cries from inside the church, let me go ahead and pull the covers back. Okay, what do you guys want to do?
Did I just hear the sound of a child? Or am I hearing things?
Sounds like it's past dinner time.
That's a priest, correct? Priests don't have children.
Maybe it's someone who's taken in.
But isn't that what people call
that's
priests?
That's what you call a priest. Yeah, you call
They
call
do.
him father. You know,
Ah,
you don't go in there like
Words,
forgive me, Papa, for I have.
Forgive me, Frankie,
Papa,
for I've
I'm
sinned.
starving.
so it could just be a member of the community here.
Gary, I got something to confess, bud.
I will come up to the door and like, I'm not even gonna bother trying it, but I'm gonna look at everybody like, we're going in there, right?
Satch, give me a perception check, please.
Okay.
At the 20.
Here it comes.
About 20.
Get ready for some disappointment. I've got some really good perception skills. Don't change the 5% chance I got here, but
Nice.
Oh,
okay.
hey!
Nice.
Hey.
Nice.
So, because you are literally right up against the door, you actually can hear a little bit more noise coming up from the inside. You hear somebody stamping, like on the ground, like on almost like elevated wood. You're hearing, "Shut up! Shut up! There's people here! Shut up! Damn you! Be quiet!"
Damn you isn't really a normal thing for a priest to say.
Unless they want to damn you.
Oh,
Be
yeah.
damned,
Unless
sir!
you are.
Yeah, he could be using it like literally.
Wait, we don't hear what Trip just heard, right?
No.
Yeah, no. So you'll hear
No,
me
he
say that
heard
out
it because
loud,
he's
though.
like right next to the door. Like literally, he's up against the door.
Who's damning who now? I don't understand.
It sounds like the priest is in trouble or something. I'm lying.
So is he not getting fed?
He might be the feed, for all I can tell. Again, lying. I just want to see what's happening.
Did he lock the door?
Yeah, no, we should probably help the guy out. Heavy door. Heavy fellow?
I mean, yes, it is a big, heavy church door. That being said, this door is in significant ill repair. Under normal circumstances, you would doubt the possibility of breaking down such a door, but seeing that it is not that well fitted, it has warped to some degree. Maybe it's possible.
So I'm gonna walk up to the door as Trip steps aside, look at everyone and say, am I doing this? I mean, is this what you want?
I mean, I think he'd want us to help him. We could always just fix the door later, right?
So, Doug, that's what you want me to?
Yeah, well, we're here, so we don't have to leave a note. We can literally just say, "I'm so sorry I broke your door, but I'm trying to save you from being
That's
eaten."
fair on the side of caution, yeah, I would say.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to like raise my foot to kick it and then try the door to open it without bashing it down.
Okay. It opens. In his haste, he never had time to, or seemed to bother to lock it. Yeah, the door is open. So, let me go ahead and do a thing here where I can move this. And, there, you can see inside now.
Hey, it's open, guys.
And let me...
Yeah, I'm gonna just like flow right through the door.
I'm gonna follow you.
Be careful, kids.
So earlier when I was spying with Octavius, we like held him up. He like disappeared and.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
Boat
See
blues.
which one it was?
You chopped a little bit. What was that?
Oh no. So earlier me and Octavius were spying on this guy. We peered through one of the windows and watched him disappear around one of the corners.
So you saw him, yeah, because there was the stained glass windows in the church. You saw him kind of walk down into this foyer area, but you never saw where he went. Inside the foyer, of course, there are doors here, 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 and here. This door, however, is open, and abruptly he appears in the doorway. What are you doing? You need to leave! You need to leave at once!
I'm going to try and push past him and just be like, we're here to help.
He's pretty much deliberately blocking the door. Like, he's got his hands like stretched over to hold on to each side and has a wide stance. Like, it's very obvious. This is like, nope.
I'm gonna try to peek between his legs. This is a wide stance. Duck down.
Okay, you can kind of duck down, and he kind of like moves one leg to try to block you, but it's almost futile. You can see a dirty room with nothing in it other than like bits of broken furniture. It's damp, but in the far right corner, there is basically a trap door, and it has thick, heavy iron chains with a huge padlock going over it to ensure that it is not disturbed. He says, I must protest. The funeral is over. You must go now. Come, out, everybody. I have things to attend to.
You are clearly keeping someone down in that creepy trapdoor.
Father! Father! Ah, la, 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 la. It's time for prayer, everybody!
We can all hear that, sir. So maybe you just tell us what's going on?
It is none of your concern.
Are they okay?
It is none of your business now. You must leave at once.
Or I'm going to try to get past him. And being a halfling, I think I can...
You are a size smaller. I would say that you definitely have a possibility.
Yeah, I think that's one of my traits, actually.
Yeah.
Is I can...
Hold on a second.
So, yeah, can I distract him?
Yeah, I can move through the space of any creature that is a size larger than me.
Yep.
Halfling nimbleness.
That's right. Generally that means like you can pass through a space actively. Because
he's trying to stop me.
He is trying to stop you. That doesn't mean you can't for sure though.
Right. I'm just saying I have the ability to.
So if you would like to give me a athletics check, but because you are nimble and a halfling, I will give you advantage.
Athletics. Okay, more than acrobatics, huh?
Well, it depends on how you're trying to go through.
Oh, I would not be trying to bum rush this guy. I'm a little kid.
If you're trying to like roll under, like do a
I'm trying to do like a little
dive. Then
a little
pirouette
move around, and that's kind of what I'm trying to do.
Absolutely.
I'm a quick little sucker, you know.
Yeah. You can use that. You can use
and
acrobatics.
Advantage.
Instead. Yeah, with advantage.
Here we go. Wow.
Well, it's a 14.
Wow.
Lucky sevens.
Huh.
You should have gambled.
That's why you should have gambled, Jane.
Is there any way I can like also help him get through? Like I'm right in front of the dude.
Well, if you helped him, the most you could do was give him advantage. So
he already had that.
He already has that.
Okay.
It's but let's see. Okay, you attempt to dive through, and as you do so, he clamps his legs tight really quickly, and you're like stuck like at the waist. He's like got you, his calves are like at your waist, and you're like, ah!
Hey, let go of my son. What are you doing?
He's like,
let go of him.
He goes,
at that point, I'm just gonna be like, Gemma, help me push him.
No business being in this room.
Our little legs are kicking
immediately.
I'm coming in.
He's not gonna have good balance if we push him over. Yeah. He's got his legs wrapped
take
around
a leg, take one of his legs, and try to.
Give me my boy.
Give
me my boy.
Let go of
my growling.
Brother. Let go of my brother.
Yeah, so everybody individually,
Whiskey's
tell me
grab.
what you're gonna do in this situation, because I can't. You're all kind of like, barking
we're
at
all
me.
dogpiling.
I'm
It's
just
quite
yelling,
simple,
give me,
Gore.
give me back my son, give me back my son.
So you're
Yeah, of
just
course.
yelling,
Give me
"Give me
son."
back my son."
Oh.
And Whiskey
To
is
which
grabbing
he's
the pant
saying,
leg.
"Take him, then." Like, pull him out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm pushing his shoulders
Okay.
because
And
he's
I'm-
got his legs tied up.
And I'm grabbing a leg trying to pull it out.
And Whiskey
It's
is
like
grabbing a pant
split.
leg on the other side.
Okay. All right. So you're all basically ganging up on him to bulldoze poor old Father Donovich out of the way. Look, he's an aging priest. He's fairly
He's
robust.
no match for us.
But yeah, he's not going to be a match for that. So yeah, he'll basically stumble backwards into the room, almost stepping on Octavius and trying not to, doing like an awkward, weird stepping dance, which just means he stumbles further into the room. And obviously Octavius would be right here. At which point he is now starting to look very, very distressed. He says, I thought you were good people, and you come here and invade my church. The Morning Lord will not be pleased with this.
We are
heard
good
this
people. Yes, exactly. We heard it, and we're here to help. So just let us help.
I don't need any help. It is all under control. Please, just leave. Please leave.
We don't believe you, sir. We're here to
Okay.
erase the
at this
evils in
point,
this town.
as a broken, crumbled man, he like just drops to his knees and starts sobbing uncontrollably. I have tried. For these many, many months I have tried. I have wrestled with my conscience. I do not know what to do. I know it is wrong. But he is my son. He is my only son.
I told you earlier. I said it was his kid. Got it.
Okay,
Good job,
well-
Gemma.
What is wrong?
He is not well. He is not well at all.
I don't
It
think
is not
keeping
his
him
fault, you
trapped
understand.
is gonna make him better. Is he
There is
contagious?
you cannot make him better. It is not something you can do.
Is he dead like the things in town that I burned with my mouth fire?
No, not like that. Not like that at all.
Did he transform? Is he cursed? Did he transform into this kind of creature? You know, the ones we saw earlier.
Oh, I got it.
That curse.
Well, he is still Doru. He still understands. He still speaks. He knows I am his father. I am doing all I can, but
You say no more. I've seen this before. What you're going through, I absolutely understand it. Father, I hate to break it to you. He's going through puberty. Now, it's definitely going to be hard. They're going to feel like they're not your own, you know? He definitely They're gonna
does not
act
feel like
strangely.
my son.
I know, it's real hard, but they're coming into their own person, and so you just gotta give them a little space. It's really difficult sometimes, but he's still your son deep down. I know he's still your son. Don't worry about it.
And that is it, you see. I know that deep down he is still my son, despite of everything. Despite of what I have... Please, won't you please just go?
Why don't you let us take a look and talk to him? Maybe we can help. My kids have...
No,
a couple of my kids have gone through this. They can maybe they could give him some advice.
Oh, you mustn't. No, you mustn't.
Trip has Octavius. I use a half thing. Does that?
I don't actually know how it works with him, but I think he's getting close based on the attitude lately. Anyway, we can just maybe have the kids have a chat with him and see if that helps. Sometimes it's hard if you're isolated.
No.
He needs some friends.
Absolutely, you must not. It is not safe.
Why?
Think of your children as I am thinking of mine.
What would happen?
He is... As I said, he is not himself. Cannot be trusted. He may become violent.
A bad egg there, huh?
But it is not his fault, you understand? He tried to do what so many did not have the courage to do. And this is his punishment.
Or I think Octavius might be putting some pieces together here.
Okay.
From the interaction that he had in the last house where the guy wouldn't let us in without being invited when we walked in anyways. Knowing what's going on with the town and having some affliction happen, I think he might
you guys have known about the zombieism and all that's going on for sure.
Yeah, but he said he still has his mind.
Correct.
Right. Okay. So I'm gonna be like a little shit, and just to see if I can get it out of him, I'm gonna say, "Well, I have this tonic in my pouch that is a pure garlic solution. I think that might help." And I'm gonna start walking over.
He will spin around and just kind of grab you by the arm, kind of stiffly, but not. He's not trying to hurt you.
Oh, sure.
To restrain you. He goes,
as soon as he... No. Oh, go ahead.
It will make him worse. He has a repugnance to such a thing, such a substance.
I'm going to turn like a little devilish eye up from the ground at him. Father, what is ailing your son?
It has happened to my poor Dodo. He has the thirst. He has the hunger. As I said, he is my only son, and he is still in there somewhere. Maybe if I can just keep him locked up, and maybe there's a way that he can be saved.
Just as I suspected.
Every night.
Same.
To the morning Lord. I pray to him to free my son from this terrible curse.
Octavius is going to shoot a look up to the family. You all understand what's happening here, right?
Yes, I said it just a moment ago. Right? Am I right?
Incorrect.
Incorrect?
Correct as in you believe father, or?
Father is incorrect. I'm sorry.
Yes.
What?
When Trip went through puberty, he started craving some alcohol too, so we can buy some for him.
No, I'll stop you.
He didn't have all the thirst.
Oh, this is embarrassing.
I'll stop you. I'll stop you all right there. And Octavius is going to dramatically turn towards the corner of the room. You don't understand. The thirst that this man is talking about is the thirst for blood.
No.
What?
Sorry, the thirst that this man is speaking of is the thirst for blood.
Even worse when he does it in this direction than when he's facing away from us. Okay, so he's... No.
It has been so long, and he has eaten so few times, and it's something that we, I'm sure, can find a way to reverse this terrible thing. If I continue to, but I struggle. I am a good man, and I have done things. I have done some terrible things.
I do not know of any reversal once this effect has taken hold of one's soul. I'm sorry, Father, but I do not believe there's anything known that can be done.
But I mean, what am I to do? I cannot just leave him down there. The longer he goes without food, the more violent and aggressive he becomes. And I cannot do what I have done in the past. I just cannot do it anymore. My conscience will just not allow it.
What have you done in the past?
Just to clarify.
They were sick and dying, of course. already.
Oh,
In a way, I help them. I ease their suffering.
Are you not also sick and dying, then?
Well, I am old, but I am still here by the good
And
graces
you are
of the Morning
suffering.
Lord. I am
You're a murderer.
No,
In
no.
the name of the Morning Lord, you are a murderer.
But it is not murder. I did not. The first time I did not expect him to kill the person. I felt he could just drink a little and he would be fine, but I realized then that that was not the case. As it drains the person dry. And then within days he was hungry again. And then within the months almost deranged and uncontrollable. So I figured if he was to break free and run rampant through the town, many would die. So I took it upon myself to select those that were the least to be missed and closest to the grave, and their sacrifices helped protect the rest of the people here in the village.
There are other ways to protect the village.
I know of what you suggest, but I cannot do it. It is my son. You understand? I do not have the strength to...
So, just as you have let your son kill those, would you not sit this one back and let us dispose of the monster?
But he is my son.
He was. And you were a good man.
I just... And he kind of like looks at you and then he glances down at the trapdoor, tears rolling down his face. Finally, he says, "Here!" And he reaches into his tunic and pulls out a key. "Do what must be done!" And he holds the key out, I guess, towards Octavius, since he's closest. "But I cannot witness this act. I will go and pray. I will pray for Doros' salvation and your safety. Please let me
pray
pass."
for your own. I'll usher him away.
We will be quick and merciful, Father.
He wanders over to the base of the altar and kind of like kneels down and just begins to pray, leaving you with a key and a trapdoor.
Well, Octavius, what's the best way to take care of this particular situation?
Well, from my readings, a wooden stake through the heart or an immense amount of sunlight are the two quickest ways to get rid of any.
What time is it?
Night.
All right.
Plus, if he's downstairs in the basement, not a whole lot of sunlight's getting down there anyway.
Do they have an aversion to light in general, would you say?
What's up, Mibido?
Yes, any children of the night do not bode well with any sort of sunlight. Other light, it doesn't have quite the effect. It needs to be light from the sun.
So, collecting all of the candles from the other room and...
No, unfortunately, that will not work. Good thought, but something about the sun. Maybe the holy relevance of it, or I'm not sure exactly. That's quite far beyond the science that we possess in this realm.
If only there were a sun in this room. Could show to the mist.
Well, that's one of the things that you've noticed yet, that there has yet to be a sunbeam. Like, you know the sun is up there, but it is always permanently shrouded by clouds. almost uncannily so.
I have heard tales, Gemma, of people being able to create sunlight. Is that something you are able to do?
I have never created sunlight, but I'll read up on it.
All right. I don't know the vastness of your powers.
I've read many of a cleric or paladin who could do such things. I'm unable. I guess we should get a wood stake.
Yes. Even just a chair of leg of a chair sharpened.
Well, there are 3 other doors in and around you, but beyond that, there is an entire chapel full of broken pews and shafts of wood and stuff like that. So, anybody arming themselves, anyone wishing to arm themselves with a sharp, pointy stick, absolutely can easily accessibly gain numerous ones of them.
Okay. Let's all load up on that then.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we'd all make sure we had one steak.
Right. Everybody goes and gets a steak.
Free steaks.
Medium
rare.
Ooh.
I'm gonna. So basically, preemptively, I could cast my fairy fire into the pit. That would light him up like a little candle. That way, he wouldn't be able to sneak up on us or pop out at us in a way.
I've been working on a little something as well. I can go invisible. I can sneak up on him, stab it right through his heart.
Are you particularly good at stabbing through the heart?
No.
Well, I can hide and become invisible if you want someone. I think I'm a little more wieldy with a stake.
Why don't I? You're good with a stake.
Who? One of
I could make you invisible.
What?
Which one of my children is going to kill this
so.
demon?
Well, possibly me.
I was hoping it would be all of us together in some sort of way. We all have abilities we could apply here.
Right, but hopefully we don't need to.
I think just one person in the face of danger probably is best.
Oh, no,
right?
wait, I'm not going there alone, am I?
No, we're all going together. I'm just saying, who is going to do the actual...
He might hear us.
I'm sorry. Who's going to do the actual...
I mean...
Octavius?
I could.
Oh, my sweet boy. Okay. then it has to be you. And I'm gonna go over to him and I'm gonna grab his little cheeks real close. And be like, my sweet baby, I'm so proud of you. You've grown so much in all this time.
Yeah.
And I just want you to know that I'll protect you. And I'm going to cast protection from good and evil on him. Or from evil and good, I guess.
Yeah, you just pick which one. So protection from...
Yeah, so evil.
Protection from good.
Protection from good.
I heal him. No, it doesn't work. He's protected from that.
Let me see if I've got... I'm pretty sure I have it up here. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Pop that up there.
Yep.
And I'll
that gives you 10... You've got 10 minutes, basically.
Okay.
So Daddy's got you. Don't worry. Daddy Dougie's got you.
So, let's see. And you're doing... Hold on.
Ooh.
All right. Sorry. I was going to pat him on the back and say, ditto that, but less cringe.
Thank you.
Oh, hey, now.
Thank you.
We all got our
Aberration,
way.
Celestial, Elementals, Fae, Fiends, and Undead. Protection grants several benefits. Basically, they get disadvantage to attack you. And you can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed. That's a good thing for you, really, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Uh-huh. So you can have that.
All right. And
Roll
then
fast,
your big bro slaps you on the back with a hearty slap, which almost kills you.
You're not protected from
And that
it, though,
gives
I'm
you a
neutral.
bardic inspiration dice. So once within the next 10 minutes, you can roll that extra dice, add it to one ability check, attack, roll, or saving throw. Okay, what do you guys want to do?
I pat him on the back a third time.
Oh.
And I say goodbye. And then you disappear.
Seth, you got anything?
Oh, I'm invisible now.
All right, let
Hell
me
yeah.
let me do a
Nice.
thing here.
Where'd he go? Where'd my boy go?
Invisible. It worked.
I'm over here, father.
Let's
I didn't think I
see.
could do
Oh,
that.
I don't like this.
No, here I am.
Oh God, please, son.
I think we can make
I'm
you
right
more,
behind you, Feather.
Oh God, Jesus.
I'll make you more
Please
invisible.
don't.
Hold on.
You do that already. Normally, I don't.
This is the greatest thing you've ever done.
No, that looks like you've been urinated on.
Come on. I protected you
Thank
from evil.
you.
Now don't become evil. Come on.
I've been reading a lot.
There you go.
This
you're
one was
invisible.
particularly interesting.
All right, so yeah, you've disappeared.
Okay, then I will take the key, and you'll see the lock kind of float up, I guess, and a little key float. And
Okay. At this point, as soon as it cracks open, I'm casting Fairy Fire into the darkness.
Into the darkness.
illuminate-
Okay, show me the range and everything on. Pop the spell up for me.
Yep. Let me get off of class actions and into spell book. I don't have my regular mouse, so everything takes a second because I gotta feel around in the pages.
Feel around. Fur fire. Okay, each object in a 20-foot cube within range is outlined. Okay, 20-foot cube within. Yep, and the range is 60 feet.
Yep. So basically, I'm peering into the dark wherever it's gonna hit a wall.
Well, it's a
gonna be
long
cube around
flight of
that.
stairs, kind of going down. So the most
Okay.
you could do is aim at the bottom of the stairs if you want to cast it now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So 20-foot cube from the bottom of the stairs. Okay.
Yep.
You do so. What you guys want to do now?
go down.
Okay.
I would go
so
down.
you're going down first.
I think so.
Okay.
Well, we can't see you. So.
Yeah,
we
I
can't-
go
we can't
down.
Yep. I mean, you'll kind of hear the stony footsteps going.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's going down after you? Who's going down after Octavius?
I will. I'm right there.
You will?
Yeah.
Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of line you guys up here in the order that you're gonna go down in. Okay. So you go down next. Trip, were you lining up for thirdsies?
Yep.
It's
I'll take
appropriate, being that your name is Trip. Okay.
it. Ah, triple, yeah.
And so I'm guessing Dougie Boy's coming in last.
I'll take up the rear.
Okay. Right, give me a second. And I will prep what's going on. Let's see. And move you guys. I'm moving you to a new map. On the same screen, but you can't see it right now. But put you there. Okay, but by the magic of D&D, and roll 20.
Ooh.
Ta-da! And that's why I lined you all up. Okay, let me zoom in some more. Okay.
Oh, the pillar shadows.
All the pillar shadows. Okay, let me do a thing here. And where's my measuring stick? Okay. Alrighty. There are no strange glowing things that you can see at the bottom of the stairs, however. The pillars are not large enough for any normal-sized person to hide behind. Trip, you certainly couldn't. Gemma couldn't. Maybe standing sideways at the appropriate position, Octavius might. So it's not that likely that there could be anybody like completely obscured. Size him appropriately. Okay, what does everybody wish to do? If you want to
How
use your
dark is it?
movements.
Can we see very well?
Well, let me see. Can you?
I will light a torch if it's
Hold
really
on.
hard to see.
I gotta. Trip can. Let's see who can see. It looks like you all can see.
Mm-hmm.
Can we see what we do see, or?
I'm gonna say yes. I mean, some of you have got torches and stuff, right, or lit stuff. I'm trying to think. Let me move. Yeah, that's why you can all see, because I'm assuming Trip's got his glowing stick out. Is not Trip, Octavius? Is that likely to be the case here, or no?
No, because I'm invisible, so I wouldn't want that to give away my position.
In that case, then let me fix that.
Okay.
But
there is
Gemma
fairy
was
fire
about
down
to
there,
run
right?
first.
Oh, sorry.
But, yeah, fairy fire lights up a target. So if there's like an object of interest, or any people, animal, creatures,
Yeah,
things
which
down
there's
there,
not
in that
within
20
20-foot
radius,
cube,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Hang on. So
I was just placing that in case there was something.
yeah, no, it
waiting
makes
to
perfect
ambush
sense.
us, nothing there to
Why
ambush us
are
yet.
you able? Why is that? Let me see what everybody else is. I can't see anybody else. Gemma might have something as well. What does Gemma have?
I'll have a torch. I don't. Torch if I can.
Okay, because some of you can see. Okay. So I'm going to say yes. You can kind of, you've got the room fairly well lit up, like in your area. Okay. So yeah, move as you see fit, within your movements as they will allow.
I think before I go any further, I'll turn. Not that anybody can see me. I'll kind of whisper like, "Wait, does anybody want to talk to it first, or do you just want it to be done?"
Squares, yep.
It's a monster at this point. It's
Well, maybe-
sucked the blood out of living things to death. There's no saving it. We need it dead
right.
before it kills us.
But what if it has information? I'm gonna look, Gore. Does it look like I can kind of see from here? Does it look like it's chained up or anything?
Whatever it is, it clearly is humanoid. It's kind of like peering round.
Okay, so
the
it's
pillar.
Okay.
Kind of crouched low and peering, almost in a predatory fashion.
Gotcha.
Remember, he's starving, so I don't know how much reasoning and information we're gonna.
I just wanted to ask.
I'm just saying, when you're hungry for a snack, there's not a lot of chat going on. So just
It's true.
Keep that in mind.
We also promised the father we would end this quickly.
Yeah, Octavius, can I walk down these last few steps, or are you not there?
Oh, hold on.
Please
I'll
don't-
kind of
please don't step on him.
back away slowly. Yes, come forward.
So yeah, I'm gonna walk down to the bottom of the
Okay.
steps.
Whatever it is, you see it kind of like go, and it like runs, scurries in like a low slinking position from one pillar to the next one, and then kind of like pause.
Careful.
Um,
You look delicious, Seth. Just be careful. You got a lot of blood in you.
And we're all seeing this, right?
Yeah, I mean you can see it. I mean, obviously not that well, but you can see a dark, shadowy humanoid shape like bounce.
Yeah, in that case, then I'll cast my level 1 fairy fire on him again, now that I know where he is.
Okay. Alrighty.
Let's repopulate.
You cast it. No, it's still there. Alrighty. And this is not something that anybody gets a saving throw from. So yep, he will light up like a Christmas tree.
Okay.
What is it that he likes about me, eat wise? Like my meat or thirst?
It's the blood.
I'm
It's the
getting
blood.
it to walk up right next to him. It's the blood coursing through your veins.
Oh, hey, Trip.
Yeah.
Why don't you give me a little nick on the upper arm? You know, just a little cut.
Oh boy.
So I'm gonna just start walking over to it silently, Gore, because they told me like go do it. So that's what I'm gonna go do.
Okay.
Tell me what I need to do. I'm gonna be moving slowly.
So basically, yeah, you're not visible. So
Yeah.
give me a stealth check.
Sure. And do I get advantage on this? What does the Bardic Inspiration do? I can't remember exactly.
You can add the dice roll to it. So
If I
adding
decide,
a D6
right?
If you
to it,
decide,
yeah.
you don't have to decide up front.
Right. Okay. So
You
let's
can
do
choose
a
to
stealth
do it,
check.
And if it sucks, you can add the 6.
So if you
Yeah,
want to add 6
I
to that,
definitely want to
you
add
can.
6 to that. Yeah. I
Okay,
do.
so you add your d6. So roll a d6 and add it to it.
Okay. Hopefully it's high.
Meanwhile, I'm going to
Okay.
pat
That gives
the
you an
boulder on the
18.
shoulder.
Yeah, 18 total.
And I'm going to give him his perception roll. Now, bearing in mind, even if he does hear you. He cannot see you.
Right.
I'm gonna pat the boulder on the shoulder and drop another inspiration on him. Then hold the knife up to him and give him a little poke.
Okay. Give who a poke?
Me.
Okay.
Seth.
So you're putting a bardic inspiration on Seth or whatever?
Yeah, I'm gonna give him an inspiration, just be like, only because you're so brilliant. And then I'm gonna give him a little, to make him like bleed a little.
I asked Trip to make my arm bleed, Gore. So blood.
Oh, so he's going to poke you?
He's poking me.
All right.
Wow.
So Gemma and Douglas, are you content to hold your positions where you are, or do you guys wish to move?
Yes, I'm gonna hold here.
Yeah, we're
I'm
both
gonna get my arrow out, my bow and arrow.
Okay.
ready.
Right. Well, as it might be somewhat relevant any time now, why don't you guys give me a? You guessed it.
Yeah, baby. Oh, actually, wait. I get another roll.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That helps.
Yikes.
Our support is not supporting.
Fire support. Gravely lacking. Okay. So Seth,
Hold on.
you haven't rolled your other. You've got a second roll.
Yeah,
You said.
I get advantage on initiative rolls.
Nice.
Because I joined the boxing but unbowed thing.
Yep.
So
give me a roll,
I totally
and then I'll
forgot about
record
that
your
last
numbers.
Time. All right. It's the
Yay!
same.
It's the same.
Got a lot of that going around.
All right.
huh?
So Trip is on a 16. Octavius is on an 11, and everybody else is on a 4. I'm gonna say Gemma because ladies first.
What? Oh, right.
And then we'll say
So mad at
You're a
first.
man.
Seth because technically he's
I'm
supposed
a
to be
man
somewhat
today.
quick. And then I'll put you at the end, Doug. But you are at the top of the stairs anyway, so makes sense. All right, and we'll see where our friend goes. And our friend is gonna not go there because I rolled the wrong thingy. Let me do. There we go. He is going right. All right. Okay. So, as technically we are now talking in initiatives, let me do a thing here first of all. What do I want for combat theme for this? That'll do. Okay. So Trip, technically you're going first, and you're going to start really by giving him a stab and bardic inspiration.
Yeah.
All right. The second you do so, and a trickle of blood begins to pour down Seth's arm, young Doro loses his proverbial crap. With incredible speed, he comes flying out of the dark, leaps forward, claws raised, teeth bared, and is going to set about Seth. Blood pouring and everything.
So not the plan then, everyone.
Well, it's like it's kind of like you get to act, but he's so fast, right? As soon as that blood is drawn, he can't control himself. The blood, the thirst, the hunger has just got in, and he comes tearing forward. Alrighty.
Good job giving the disadvantage protection from evil to the invisible person.
Hey, that's how we roll.
They just sent him down alone. I knew it.
All right. He attempts to sink the first claw deep into your arm, but in his haste, he kind of like just scratches at your clothing.
Ooh.
Attempts to do the same with the third one. Oh, sorry, with the second
this.
claw.
This.
And I'm guessing doesn't find any.
No, yeah, that's a miss.
Okay, so in desperation, He just
Ooh.
opens up his mouth and just dives head first when he's...
Yeah, no, that absolutely hits me.
Okay, in that case, you feel the pain as his sharp canine fangs dig into right on the shoulder where the blood is pouring from.
Damn.
You will take but 4 piercing damage.
A wincy.
And a further
boy.
7 points of necrotic damage.
Yes, a wincy.
Your hit point maximum is also now reduced by that damage. So your max hit points is down 7.
Okay.
Okay. As soon as that happens, he is just losing, scratching and biting and trying to just tear you to pieces. Octavius, fortunately for you, even if you weren't invisible at this point, he would probably be oblivious to the fact that you are lurking in the dark.
Okay, well, I'm gonna be taken aback about what's going on, and I think he would just revert to what he was supposed to do, and I think he'd try to get up here close to his chest, turn, and try to drive the stake into his heart.
Alrighty. So you are basically able to make an attack with advantage. As soon as you attack, you, I believe, will reappear.
Yeah, anytime I make an attack.
Yep. So you become visible.
Okay.
Go ahead, make a melee attack with your stake.
Okay, does that have any... Will it just be an attack with
it'll
my
be
normal?
with an advantage.
Okay, so it's
You don't
plus
have
7.
you don't have sneak attack damage or anything like that.
No,
right?
I do
So-
not.
Okay.
Oops, sorry, add 7 to that.
Yep, you'll hit him.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
What is stake damage to a vampire? What am I rolling?
So here's the thing.
Hella hard.
Stake through the heart, which is the thing, only works if the vampire
They're
is
in their
incapacitated
coffin.
or-
Yep,
and
I know,
resting
but
in their coffin. Yeah, but
Octavius would know
so,
that.
Consider it a dagger, basically.
Okay.
For points of damage, D4.
Yep.
Shit.
Because he's still learning, so I want to try to
Yeah, no, it's all part of the
roleplay that.
thing, right?
So D4 plus anything or just straight D4?
D4 plus whatever you would normally add to an attack it for damage.
I think it's plus 2. Yep. So D4 plus 2.
Stick him. All right.
Okay. It's not nothing, I guess.
You stab him for some, I mean, it kind of like scratches off of his, you hit him in the chest and it kind of splinters and just scratches down. Honestly, in the mental state he is in, he doesn't care. He ignores it pretty much.
Yep.
Gemma, what do you want to do?
So I think I probably see Octavius reappear at this point, and
Yeah, you'll see
and
Octavius, like-
he's
Yeah,
still
I'm gonna
scratching.
look at the damaged stake and just kind of shoot a look to my family, oh, obviously that didn't go as planned. Yeah.
All right. I go. Oh shit! And I set my bow down, and actually I put my hands together and create a magical purple orb and shoot it towards the creature.
Shoot it
to
towards Doro.
help out. Oh boy.
Ooh.
That's not right.
131.
What?
No.
Oh my God, that is right.
That is right.
That is right.
Okay, you blast Doru for 8 points of magical damage.
I'm gonna kind of step to the right just in case my dad needs to use the stairs.
Thanks.
For the turlet.
Turlet, yeah.
Turtle.
Okay. Seth, this thing is basically clawing, biting, wrestling with you, trying to sink its fangs further and deeper into your shoulder. It really wants to gain purchase on your neck, but you're kind of tall.
So I'm in a kind of panic mode at this point because Octavius is next to me looking like, what happened? This wasn't what I expected. So I'm going to spend a moxie point to really just the old 1-2. I'm going to use my bonus action to punch. So I'm punching 3 times instead of 2.
All right.
And I'm really just bashing the head in as much as I can. if any of these miss, well,
okay, so the first one, yep, it's kind of like a grazing punch. You only just clip him, but you did.
okay. Second punch
Good body shot. Okay.
and third punch, and I will be rolling the Bardic Inspiration die
All right.
to make that a hit, because hopefully make it a hit. I think I can,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Yep.
So I'm just
Nice.
like, I'm flailing as much as he is because I was not expecting to get bit and get sapped in that way. So it scares me a little bit. So I'm just wailing like desperate, you know?
All right. Yeah, you just like just punching this flesh bag basically. Okay, Douglas, seeing the chaos that is now ensuing, glowing balls flying through the sky,
Yes.
and a savage looking young teenager. I like Duru. So for you guys, just now it's kind of like up in your faces, and you've got time to really comprehend what's going on. Duru is kind of like probably about Trip's age. He's kind of gangly and thin, and his hair is kind of all raggedy, and he's dirty and filthy. But clearly his facial features have distorted into that of some kind of feral creature. What would you like to do, Doug?
Question. Am I able to drop concentration and then cast a spell again?
Yes.
I can do that? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, basically you don't have to drop concentration. The second you cast another spell that would take, it will just take.
So it doesn't
the place
take an
of it.
action to do that. Okay,
Correct.
that's what I was asking. Okay.
So what do you have
Can
right
I-
now? That because you've got
I've got protection on,
right, which is a concentration
Octavius.
spell.
which is a concentration spell.
Yeah.
In my panic, I want to be like, oh no, my brother's going to become a vampire, and I want to switch it to him. Can I do that, or is that not?
You can't. Well, I don't think you can change the target in that
Doesn't
spell.
You can't change the target.
You can just cast it again.
You
Like,
can,
you cast
you
it
can
again.
absolutely cast it again.
Yeah, so I'm not
yes.
going to be able to attack him, but I am going to be able to put this on him, and I
Yeah.
think that's what Dougie is going to do in this moment because he
Okay.
just wants to keep my brother safe.
All right, so it disappears from
Oh.
Octavius.
Nope, sorry, I got to touch him, so I have to run up there first.
Well, you can get. I think you can move. You can move enough
I get
to
up there?
run down the stairs and
Okay,
pat
I'm
him
gonna
on
go.
the back.
Oh, excuse me. I'm gonna just run back and throw my hand
Yeah,
on
I mean
his
that's
shoulder.
only 15 feet to the bottom. Okay.
I got you, brother, and I'm gonna cast it on him now.
Okay.
Do you want me to pop it back up, or are you good?
Yeah, just for the sake of it.
For the sake of the stream.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So you now have those protecciones.
Probably need those, thank you.
You may.
That's all I can do.
All right, Trip.
Yeah, seeing that he's very fired up, we all get advantage hitting him now. So I'm gonna swing.
Okay. Gonna like move
Uh,
into position and give him a stabby.
Yeah, and I think in my haste, just because the short sword, the silver short sword that we picked up earlier is smaller and easier to draw, so I'm probably just gonna grab that
Okay,
because this is like an emergency situation.
makes
I have
sense.
no idea. I'm just grabbing it whatever I got. And that's with advantage because he's glowing.
I forgot about the fairy fire.
Yeah.
Yep.
I wanted to make it clear to everybody. You have advantage attacking him.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Okay, you give him a slash with the old sword. All right. So the first thing you notice is Daru's wounds seem to like be closing up on themselves rather rapidly. Like, you know, where you punched him and kind of like split his lip, it's like healing back up. Where you hacked him with a sword, it's closing back up. Okay. Daru is still severely hungry, so he is going to continue to attempt to rip you a new one.
It's disadvantage.
So, yep. I just noticed they don't have the macro in here for that. And I can't remember what the macro is to type. So I'm just going to roll it twice.
It's R, give up.
Good one.
It's that.
And I'm just going to roll it twice, and for each attack, and we'll take the worst one. Okay. All right, the first claw
Miss.
will be a 10, so that will miss. Second claw will be a 15.
That's just a hit. I'm
Okay.
15 AC.
Okay.
It's a bite almost right there.
Even with all the armor you've stolen.
Well, I didn't wear any of it.
I know. I'm just kidding.
He stole everything, but
You guys
alrighty.
steal everything. Just something.
In that case, you will take. Oh, damn it! 11 points of slashing damage. And last but not least, as Duru once again attempts to feed upon you, 17 or a 20.
Oh,
Yeah, that's both a hit.
stop
Ooh.
eating my brother!
Okay, 5 points of piercing damage.
Are these with disadvantage?
Yes,
Yeah, you
all
rolled-
of these were with
They're-
disadvantage.
They're all being rolled.
Yeah, he's just rolling really well.
Mhm.
Jeez.
Very annoying.
And 8 points of necrotic damage. And as he sucks your blood out, you can see his wounds healing even faster.
So yeah, I go down.
Oh
Uh-oh.
shit!
All right. As Seth kind of falls back, he is like on top of Seth. Like he doesn't let go. He's riding him to the floor like some savage beast. Octavius, what do you want to do, bud?
I'm gonna pull out my rapier now instead, because the fucking broken stick in my hand is obviously useless. And as I do, shing, this shining glow of holy light goes with it, and I just start coming down on the vampire that is sucking the life out of my brother. Gross. You know what I mean.
Uncle, yeah.
Uncle, yeah.
Ew.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to hit it.
Let him
And I
have
have
it.
advantage on this,
Yes, you
thanks to... Okay. Oh, baby.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
That's a
baby.
nice-
Oh,
Natural 20!
yeah, baby.
20!
No, he did it, guys. We need him too, but we don't like it.
Yeah.
It's like bittersweet.
It really is.
Alrighty.
Why can't you get it off like a perception or something? I'm dumb. I can boo you for
And whoever it was that picked you, there you go.
it. One.
Yep.
Was it one? Who was it?
Yeah.
Son
Who
of
believed
Joxer.
in me?
Joxer.
Thank you, Jox.
Jox had faith in you. All right. So you are going to slap his 12 points of piercing damage with 3 crit damage. So that's 15
Yes.
points from that.
And I also do an extra D4 of damage. That is radiant damage.
Yes.
Ooh. Radiant damage D4. Come on, 4.
Yeah. Okay.
And
so. Yep. Go ahead.
go ahead. I was going to say, I am going to use one of my first class skills,
All right.
and it's going to be a Blood Maledict, which is a reaction, so I still
Yep.
have that availability.
Ew.
And my Blood Maledict is Curse of Exposure. I don't know if it's exactly going to work in this situation, but I think because he sees my uncle go down, Octavius is going to put a little extra oomph into this. I'm not going to amplify it.
Okay, let's see. When a creature you see within 30 feet of you takes damage from an attack or spell, you can use a reaction to remove any damage. Resistance is dealt by the triggered attack spell, including the trigger effect. This lasts until the end of the target's next turn.
And then I'm not amplifying it. So basically, if it has resistance to piercing damage, it now does not have resistance to piercing damage.
That's it. Nope, it doesn't have resistance to
That's
anything,
fine.
really.
I wanted him to. He would kind of put a little extra umph.
But again, you're trying to learn as you go, right? So that's the whole point. Okay, cool.
Yep.
All right. So when you stab him with your rapier, it kind of like, I mean, you see like a little element of smoke rise from the hole when you pull it out, and for the first time, Duru poises and turns and goes, and just hisses at you, just like Norman. Okay, Gemma.
He would never.
What do you wish to do?
Okay, staying where I am. I'm aiming, trying to do as much damage as I can as I see him healing faster. So you see another purple orb blast towards.
Oh my god!
Oh,
What's going on, James?
I feel so bad for you.
wait, but how's it 8 again?
I got a 2-1-2 and.
Didn't you roll 2 1s last time?
I got
Yeah, but
a
it-
1-3-1 last
yeah.
time.
Oh, it was a
The
3.
number
Okay.
still adds up to
Really?
8.
Yes, I thought it
Just
was a
added up
1.
to 8.
Okay, yes.
Okay.
Really bad
You
damage.
blast him with glowing. You said purple balls. Yours are
Purple blows.
purple balls. Okay. Seth. This thing is on top of your brother, just like, other than hissing briefly at your youngest.
You mean Douglas?
Yeah, he's on top of Douglas, and
No,
but
no.
it's
he's
on top
of Seth.
There you go.
And other than to hiss briefly at your youngest, I mean, he's
Yeah.
still clinging on to your brother.
Oh,
I
I'm
want
real.
to reiterate 10 minutes advance.
Yeah, I'm real mad, so I am going to just point blank range shoot an arrow right into his skull
Okay.
with advantage.
With advantage, indeed.
Nice.
Yep. You plug him for 8 points.
Okay.
Okay.
As a bonus action, can I pop my hunter's mark on him? Or was I supposed to do that beforehand?
You should have
Right.
technically done it first.
Technically done it
I haven't
before,
learned that.
but I will say, go ahead.
When I think bonus, I always think later, you know?
Yeah, no, you can
Now-
use it. You can use it first, but
Okay.
everybody gets one.
So I get
Yeah.
thank you. So 1d6
Yep.
extra. Phew. All right,
Okay.
well, something.
Alrighty. And Doug. So what are you on, Doug?
You mean Seth?
Seth.
Seth, sorry.
Yeah, that's mixed up. I'm at 0.
It's a
I mean,
Fiffany Fenifer situation.
I
I
am
know, but
down.
it's not even the same.
Okay.
Oh no.
Alrighty then. Oh, I don't want that. So yeah, you are making a death save, buddy.
Yes, I am, baby.
Oh boy.
You want 10 or over.
That's not.
That's a cross. Okay. Trip. What you got for us, Trip?
I'm panicking at this point. Normally he doesn't go down. He's not supposed to be dead. I'm gonna swing again.
Yep. Okay.
Best I got. With the advantage of a glowy boy.
That's not going to hit the target, I'm afraid.
You just hear Trip screaming, get off him, and not like doing his usual thing where he's just better than him.
Okay, so what's going to happen is, seeing as he has taken quite a beating this round, and he has sucked up enough blood to get some level of wits, he leaps off of Doug's chest. Off of Seth's chest. People. and is going to use an ability to basically... So his movement, he climbs up the pole and then upside down along the ceiling to here. So he's like clinging to the ceiling, like looking down at you like a spider, like just like.
Does that not provoke an attack of opportunity
it
from
does,
leaving me?
absolutely.
But I use my reaction. I use my reaction.
If you have a reaction left,
I do not.
which
I don't.
You don't.
Nope.
But
Anybody else?
I do.
You may make an attack of opportunity as he leaves the range.
And he's still glowing.
Yes, he is.
Haha, this is my actual turn.
Because he can still get advantage, even though. So you
God.
slash him for 7 as he disappears up there.
Do I get an attack on opportunity as well?
You
You
do,
would.
because you used a bonus action, not a reaction.
Yeah. With advantage
Yeah,
too,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
And you give him
Is
a dig
my-
for 6.
Hunter's Mark still in effect? Or is that just the first?
Hunter's
It
Mark?
stays in effect on the one creature, I believe.
Yeah, it's the first.
Whenever you hit with a
I
weapon
think every
attack,
time.
you have advantage. Until the spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 damage to the target whenever you hit with a weapon
Correct.
attack.
So, in
Yep.
answer is yes.
Nice.
Hooray.
Okay.
Nice. Nearly doubled it there.
Alrighty. Yeah. So Doro flees and goes up here, and then he will heal
no, you
some
don't.
of that.
That's me
Nice.
doing a lot of arrows.
All right.
Hella
You
arrows,
notice as he's clawing up there, again the wounds are starting to dissipate. So the ceiling here is. Let me look and tell you the undercraft here. Okay, so it's about from floor to ceiling here is about 14 feet. He is about 3 feet clinging down. So you can reach, most of you are tall, about 6, 7, 8, 9. So he is pokeable and stabbable with weapons. Probably not by Gemma and Octavius at this point, though. You'd need
What if I
some
jump?
range.
What if I jump?
Or you'd have to somehow successfully... I would allow a successful athleticism to possibly leap up there and get your weapon in. Short ass.
It's not my best skill.
But that's what he's doing. Okay, Octavius, it is your turn.
Yeah.
So yeah, you see him scramble up the pole onto the ceiling and then do a spider pig across to kind of get himself into a position of safety.
I think I would try to like do a little run swipe with my rape. I think it's what he would do.
Okay.
I'm not very good at it, but I think
move.
it's what
I
he would
don't
try.
move. I don't
Yeah.
move unconscious, boy. Let me.
Yay.
No, that looks too permanent. There.
I'll
Yeah.
take it.
You're a bleeding heart. Okay. All right. So you're gonna like run along and like just try to leap up and
Yeah.
get a stick in with that rapier. Give me a athletics check.
Oh, God.
How tall are you?
7 feet, I think.
You're 7 foot tall? Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
You
For
look
sure.
so much shorter.
Come
No,
on, come
where do
on,
I
come
have,
and see
like,
the
3
7 foot tall
something?
halfling.
Yeah, I'm not too tall at all.
Okay, so
I don't
I'm
know,
going to
whatever
say,
halfling
so if you
height
do 3, you probably got 2 foot of, well, you probably got about a foot and a half. We'll call it 2 feet of reach. 5, and 8. So you are trying to cover 6 feet. Okay. DC 14.
I have to jump 6 feet. Is that what you're saying?
The tip of the rapier
Oh,
has
jeez,
got to
I was
cover
like,
6
I
feet.
go-
You
I can't
haven't
do
got
that.
to. You
Yeah.
haven't got to do that. So give me
14.
an athletics check. DC 14.
Oh God, athletics is so bad for me.
Come on.
You do it.
My boy.
You can do it.
Did I roll? I clicked it.
Thinking about it, maybe.
I clicked.
If you
I'm
manage
gonna
to jump
click
it,
again, but it'll be the first roll, whatever it is. I don't know why it
Let's see if I
didn't
can zoom
click.
in a
Let's
bit
try
more
again.
to make it work.
Yay!
hey,
All right. Yes. Okay.
And you have advantage.
You run and jump, and you do have advantage on the attack.
As you come up to the camera. No way!
Yes
Where
way!
are the dice?
Wow, what? I
A
didn't see
19
dice
and a
rolling.
Natural 20.
Beautiful. Kill this guy.
Hey,
It's your one job.
warm it up, Chris. I'm about to.
About to. That's
That's
what I was
born
gonna
to do.
Hell yeah. Little crisscross, baby.
All right. 12 plus 5 crit damage. Holy moly.
Plus a D4 radiant.
17.
Hey!
Okay.
Oh!
Now does that double as well?
Oh yeah, because you
no.
roll your damage dice.
Well, actually, it's a dice, so yes.
Yeah, you get to roll another die.
It's a dice.
So do I?
See him flipping in the air, just.
Okay, not
5e
bad.
really did make
6
the
points
dice
of radiant
crit thing.
damage.
Radiant damage.
All right,
Does
so
radiant
let me
damage
add
do
all
anything
this up.
to
So it's
him?
17
Fucking better.
plus 6, 23.
He's just a
Okay.
kid playing pinata.
Tell me how you vanquish the vampire spawn, because that mega hit is he leaps up, and
Yeah, I think it's. I mean,
you're gonna finish him off. You're basically killing him with this round. So you tell me how you do it.
yeah. I take a step, looking at my uncle on the ground. I'll say, "I will avenge you, uncle," and I start sprinting towards, like full sprint. And I do the long jumper's leap where I throw my body forward, and as I do, I bring my sword, and it just sinks into him and cuts all the way through, as I superhero land
Okay.
to my back to the wall, and I just hear behind me.
It's like
Oh, so cool.
as 2 big slabs of Duru fall to the ground.
I have that as a ringtone, just the
Wow.
I will avenge you, uncle.
Weesaw.
And I think he'll whip around and very samurai-esque take his sheath and his sword. Very, very.
After cutting the blood off, just. Whoosh,
And then as cool as a little tiny halfling adolescent can, we'll come back over and
Okay,
look down. Someone revive him.
Yeah,
So
I'm working on it. I'm working
That was
on
Octavia. So Gemma, what do you wish to do? Technically it's your turn.
okay. I run to Seth and I think, I just bought this. And I take out the healing kit that I purchased and use and
Be gentle with the
ruffle
head.
around like, I think I do this. And I use that on him.
Yeah, while that's happening, I'm gonna go ahead and just drop a spell.
You make me waste a use of this?
Well, it was your turn. I can't stop it.
Okay, so,
You just ran out.
So basically,
Heal.
here's how that works. You use a use. It has 10 uses. As an action, you can expend 1 use to stabilize a creature without the need of making a wisdom medicine check. So
Woohoo.
knock off a use, but you stabilize Seth back to 0.
Yay.
And then Trip will lean down and lay his hand upon him and do whatever he's going to do. And Seth, you will come round healed to 7 hit points.
And I'll wipe his brow gently.
Well, I'm definitely a sweaty mess.
Yeah.
And I definitely look again weakened because
Incidentally, this is why I didn't want to run without everybody here
I
last
get it now.
Yeah.
But considering I'm bait boy now in this fucking family, you know.
I just want to put out that when Trip is doing healing spells, it's just like he's ham boning on you.
Awesome.
To feel better.
So you're
That's so great.
Ham boning.
I love it.
you're slapping my meat muscles.
Musical healing.
Feel good. You're all right.
Like,
I just
predominantly around the
eyes as I
face.
do that.
And like, it's like out of desperation though, like I'm panically ham boning on you.
Yeah, I'm gonna scooch to this post or this column or whatever and just lean against it. That was not fun. Yeah.
Let's talk about the wood stake, shall we?
I think you're gonna feel your hand and arm be taken by Octavius's little tiny fingers, Uncle, and he's gonna start looking at the veins and really taking a look at where he got attacked. Are you feeling any sort of dark thoughts? Are you thirsty for anything in particular, Uncle?
No.
Which is a good time to remind you that until you complete a long rest, your hit point maximum is down all the necrotic damage that you took total.
Yes, he has 22 health, and now he has 7. So
no, but what's your maximum hit points?
22.
Oh, okay. So 7 is your max.
Now it is.
Right now. Okay, well then that was a great heal. You healed him full.
You healed me to full. Yes.
Everyone be careful around Seth. Don't even touch him.
I'm a level 1 character without any constitution modifier.
Don't accidentally touch him or he'll break.
Don't even let him get a paper cut.
Pugilist is plus D8. No, now I'm 7 health now, so that's all I was saying.
Oh boy. Okay. So you're okay? You're not.
So I'm gonna look to Octavius and be like,
He looks very pale. Let's put it that way.
I'm
very white and pasty.
You know how before I was weakened. This is weakened in another sense.
But you're not feeling any urges.
Hey, Trip.
He's gonna put his little jugular right up. You don't feel any urges or anything.
Let us see your teeth. Can we see your teeth?
That doesn't look good to you?
No, but it never did. And I'm just gonna gently push your neck away from my face.
Okay. Just double checking. Gemma, I'm sorry, you said something.
I said we should talk about the wood stake.
Yes, we should. It didn't work.
I missed
what I had thought. Maybe I should do a little more reading about that. I thought that would work. I've read that wooden stakes vanquish vampires. I'm not sure.
Locals seem to speak pretty freely on these things. Granted, euphemistically, they seem to understand what they are, so perhaps we should just ask around.
Yes, I will. I'm going to take out my little notepad/journal. Jot down. I'm gonna draw a little stake with a circle and a slash through it, and then a crude little picture of like a little vampire next to it. Further research required. Okay, sorry, what?
Can I go to bed? I mean, please.
Well, not here.
Maybe not down here.
No. And I'm gonna slowly get up, like kind of weakly.
I gotcha. I'm gonna kind of help prop him up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean,
Sorry.
you feel incredibly. I mean, you do. You feel weak. Obviously, you're very kind of white and pasty, and the vast majority of your blood has been drained from your body. I mean, it's almost like if they'd have, maybe 0.7 more quarts, and you might not still be here. Okay. So,
I'm just gonna pat Doug on the shoulder, and then Gemma on the shoulder, and then Octavius on the shoulder, and be, thank you guys. It's nice to know you actually care about me for a change.
That was a joke. He's kidding. He knows.
No, no, Trip. But I'm gonna look behind me to you. No, I'm being dead serious. I mean, I know you guys care. It's like it's nice to know that you care. You know, I mean,
Of course we do.
I never felt you guys necessarily had my back because I kind of just bum around and.
Plus, this is our family vacation. Can't let a family member die on our family outing.
Family vacation, yes.
Did y'all take out travel insurance? On this trip?
After hearing this is our family vacation, my hand axe is out and I'm hacking the head off of this thing so it can't heal.
Oh, okay. Wait a second.
I found out long ago.
Maybe we could bring him to his father for.
He's already been sliced in twain. He's basically halved. I mean, I don't know how well these things heal. I don't want to find out.
Put a little blanket on him and kind of just say, "Here you go." Sorry.
It wasn't gonna be an open casket.
That's fair.
It would crawl out if it was. Maybe we should burn it.
I'm sure his father will want to bury him in the graveyard.
Yeah.
But he probably doesn't want to see it, so...
Want to wrap him up in something, or is there any kind of fabric around that we can, like, cover him
mean, I have my cloak. We could take the. It might be a little sacrilegious to take the cloth from.
Is he trying to climb up the stairs all by himself?
Yes,
He's
Simon
looking
would
somewhat
think of the
wobbly on them
stairs.
steps.
Hold on a second there, bud. Just let me help you. Trip, if you could just wrap that up so it's not bad, and I'm gonna before Seth falls down the stairs because he can't afford to lose that HP. I'm gonna
kills himself falling down the stairs.
I'm gonna be like another cloak is gonna be 25 gold pieces at the store though. I don't want to.
That's fine. Just steal another one anyway.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead.
Oh, you've changed your tune. You should change your tune.
Just cover that poor boy, please.
Okay, yeah, I'll wrap him up. What's left of him in my cloak and kind of like
Push the two halves together and.
Yeah, it'd be like I'm basically just keeping it as enclosed as possible so that it's not apparent, and I don't want it to be.
All right, which cloak are you using?
The one that I stole from the estate because there was that coat room.
Yeah, the one that you snatched down from the.
Yeah,
cool. Alrighty.
I acquired.
Yep. You cover the corpse.
Deed, you know.
And everybody going upstairs?
Yeah, I think before Octavius goes up there, he would take a few paces, stop, turn, and turn back to the corpse and just look at it for just a quiet few seconds and steel himself and walk up the stairs with the rest of the family.
Okay. Alrighty. I'll get all of you in position here, and then I can drag you and move you.
Yep. And I would be like waiting in that chamber. I don't want the priest to see his son like this.
Oh, so you're going to stay down there?
I mean, like, I'll bring him up, but like, I'm not like.
Oh, are you
once
gonna?
I'm in that little side chamber. I'm not gonna go in the main room and be like.
So
hey,
are you? You're gonna bring the corpse up? Is that what you're saying?
Basically, yeah. I'm bringing the corpse up with me in the bag, right?
Okay, gotcha.
So that we can do like a burial or something with it. But
Yeah,
I
that
don't
makes
want to
sense.
just like walk openly with this thing.
No, okay. Just making sure I knew what you were doing.
Yeah, I don't want to be like.
Oh
yeah, here it is. Oh yeah.
I have to move you guys a little bit more, kind of bundled to get you in.
Taking it down to the harbor.
Okay.
Got a couple of deals.
All right, so you all emerge. When you get to the top, the dog is like peering down, just like at the top of the trap door, and then seems to be rather happy to see you as you come up. And the first person's head gets licked.
Good boy. Thanks for staying put.
Hearing you guys emerge, the priest, Father Donovich, kind of like shuffles around on his knees to see that it is you, and then stands up and slowly walks forward. Is it done?
I'm gonna go up and just give him a big, big bear hug. Just
taking that as a yes, he basically like just buries his head in your huge muscular shoulder and just starts sobbing.
that's all right.
And a really musty smell kind of like whiffs into your nostrils from this poor old priest that probably hasn't bathed in a good while. Okay. But afterwards he says, I thank you for doing what I could not. At least my son now is at rest. May I seize a body and take him to be buried?
Well,
I cannot burden you with any more.
I wouldn't recommend seeing it, but my son is bringing him up, or he's wrapping him up for you. Maybe just
say that, and I'll just be like, perhaps you would want help with arranging the burial matter?
Well,
this is nothing a father should see.
I mean, he is my son. I have dug graves before, and I can dig one again.
It's.
Then-
I think you might not want to have that be your last memory of him. Maybe if you just let us take care of that part, and you could say some words, perhaps, and just let him put him at rest for you. I think that's a
Okay,
good
give me a
idea.
persuasion roll there, Dougie boy. Because he certainly would like to see his son. More because he wants to kind of see that his face is now back to what he remembers and he looks in peace. At this point, of course, it's not really been made clear to him that your son is actually 2 bits. So.
Persuasion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to help with that persuasion if I can. It being more my game. Yeah. I was gonna be like, this is not the state you should remember your son. And it would be best if you could sooner forget what you've seen him in.
Make another roll, Crispy, and we'll count that as advantage.
Okay.
With Trip kind of like backing you up. Nope.
Okay.
Father Donovich seems pretty damn. No,
tonight.
you don't understand. The last image that I have of him was a horrible, savage beast. I need to see that the peace is now on his face, that he is now at rest.
There is a piece of his face.
This is
What are you
the
saying?
problem. This is the problem with how he has transformed. The only real way to ensure he wouldn't come back together with a vengeance was to ensure he couldn't come back together.
What are you saying? And he kind of like tries to move around.
I'm going to step up and say, Father, when vampires are vanquished, they distort more than you could possibly imagine it looks. I apologize.
It's not a pretty sight.
It is sad to say it left your son with a quite horrific visage, and I do not believe that is something you would want to see as the lasting remembrance of your son. Take my advice and let us put him to rest. You may make your peace with him after.
I suppose if... Give me a persuasion check.
Okay, I'm also not very good at it, but
I am
really
so
think
good at persuasion.
None of you are very persuasive.
I'm the worst at it.
hell yeah, I'm hell good at persuasion.
Oh.
He says... and he kind of looks at Doug, and he looks at Octavius, and he kind of looks past both of you at the open door where he can hear Trip, like, calling out of. He's like, I suppose if you know best. But please, let's take care of this immediately. Let us go and dig his grave and lay him at rest. If you feel I should not see the bodies, that is fine. You can carry him, but I, of course, must administer the last rites.
Of course.
All right. He'll go and kind of open this door here to the side. Let's see who's that. Douglas and Octavius. Okay, when he does so you'll be able to see. Let me show you what's in that room. I'm moving the door. Nope, that's not... Poof! That's not what happened. Suddenly green magic appears now. Where's the correct thing? There we are. All right. Okay, so he opens that door and wanders into it. With the light kind of shining through, you're able to see kind of like a small cabinet on the ground with both of its doors open that seems to have several volumes of books lined up in there. He kind of goes over and you hear him opening a drawer. I mean, if you want to stick your head in, just move your token to see what you can see past the... Yeah. See the little chest? He's like a little desk there. And he opens up a drawer and pulls out a book. Big, thick tome. Slides the drawer back. and turns and walks back towards the door, clutching it under his arm. It looks like it's probably some kind of religious doctrine to the Morning Lord. He wanders out.
Yeah, I'll step back.
And will walk down towards the open doors. He doesn't even kind of bat an eyelid at the fact the doors are still wide open. He just kind of like looks outside to where your dog is probably pissing on the step.
More polite than that.
And then he will... he ate his own crap the other day. Outside the tavern, if I remember right.
I didn't say that. Someone else did. He's my companion. Can't make that canon. Don't.
So, yeah, you just want to carry the corpse as best you can, wrapped up in... I mean, he's... How strong are you, Trip? I mean, he's pretty heavy, so you'd be able to drag him along the floor if that's how you want to get in there.
I can take it if he's struggling. Here, bud,
Yeah, I got a -1 to strength. Like, I'm not terribly weak.
Yeah, I mean,
strong.
so he's been like dragging him boom, 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 up the stairs and into this chamber.
I imagine it's like sack of potatoes, but I'm getting like.
Yeah. A very wet, soggy sack of potatoes.
Yeah.
He's getting lighter by the minute.
I try to do it.
Oh, is that a FEMA?
I also have a -1 to strength, so we're both just dragging him.
Okay.
We both just hold him.
Well,
like,
yeah, we can both take a. Yeah, we'll take an
I
end.
take the arms, take the legs, just
Well, it's wrapped, so we can just take like an end of the
end.
bag, kind of
Yeah.
thing.
like a little roast pig. We're just kind of.
Yeah, we
Okay.
can pallbear it that way. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
All right. Well, you get him to a nearby gravesite. He's carrying a shovel. And unless anybody else is going to step up, we'll start to shh.
No, yeah. Seth is sitting on the front porch, not where the dog peed, and just like kind of laying on its back up the steps. You know?
Okay, so you're not coming round to the
I'm not
the
coming to
graveyard.
the funeral.
Okay. In that case, he is going to attempt to dig a very big hole. You'll be here a while.
I don't care.
Once the body's there, I would help dig. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I mean, it's going to take you guys a good 45 minutes to dig a satisfactory hole, just the two of you. But eventually, once you've done it, he will kind of motion, if you would, to lower the body down into the grave.
Do that. No.
And then he
The head
administers...
just rolls out. Like,
Oh.
Yep. Administers his last rites. Reading from a book known as the Hymns to the Dawn. He will sing a hymn over the grave. And initially he'll invite you to join in until he realizes that none of you have a clue what this hymn is. So he will just sing it all by himself. And then after that, he says, "You are at rest now, my son. I am sorry I could not do more for you in life." And then he'll start pushing the dirt in and cover the grave over. "I will see about getting an appropriate gravestone or marker for him on the morrow. You have done me a very great service. I truly appreciate it, I do." And with that, he'll start wandering back towards the front of the church. Unless anybody has any reason to do anything in the graveyard, you can go with him.
let's exhume some bodies. Yeah. No, I can't think of anything to do here other than.
Not for Octavius, at least.
Yeah,
Okay.
we need Seth to sleep somewhere. I don't want to walk through these streets at night.
If you want to, seeing as you have done him this service, he will let you know that he actually has 2 guest rooms. They're small, but you are welcome to stay in one if you wish. Till the morning. It's up to you.
I would go for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
I'd
right there.
get up
Seth
and-
isn't walking.
Limp, walk my way in there.
All right. Okay. Yep. So he will open these two doors, which will lead into a couple of very, very plain and simple rooms.
I just go to one of the bedrooms and crash on the bed.
Yeah. Okay. He isn't going to sleep. He is going to go and pray for his son. So, which basically there's only 2 rooms. So, if he goes to bed, he's depriving you guys of those. So, it's also his way of. I mean, if anything, he'll probably just sleep on this broken pew up here.
Yeah, Trip was. I'm just gonna have him. He's gonna sleep in the same room as the prayers are happening. It's really well lit in there. He feels more secure, and just the mumbling of something hopeful.
All right.
Not off.
Gemma's
course,
gone
Gemma's-
and crawled up into the other bed.
Okay.
All right. What about Doug, Whiskey, and Octavius? It's a nice crypt down there at the bottom if you want to sleep in the basement.
Well, we could just maybe find a couple spots over here. Kind of look around.
I mean, you see what you see. There are some pews that are just about intact enough to lay on. You dust them off and move some broken crap.
Yep, I think that's where Octavius would go, right over here. Somewhere
Right.
well lit after what he just went through, so
Yeah.
I don't think he minds the extra light. Yeah.
I'm gonna sit down, or I'm gonna lay down on the floor next to wherever he laid down.
Okay.
I don't want to be far.
Alrighty.
And Whiskey will curl
And
up
Whiskey
to
will
me.
come and curl up next to y'all, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you want to crash down, Trippus?
Yeah, I'm just gonna lean up on the wall right there.
Okay.
And like slump down and just kind of.
Well, I mean, you guys are all pretty exhausted and tired. So unless anybody plans on doing anything different, then you will get somewhat of a night's rest here. It might not be the comfiest, but in your physical state, hell, you've slept in much worse places. So it will definitely count as a long rest for everybody.
Okay.
Yay!
Yay!
I'm alive.
Yup. Yeah, come the morrow, you feel significantly better. Father Doro will happily tell you that if he had the opportunity or had the ability to offer you a fine breakfast, he would. But he doesn't, so the only thing he can recommend is if you're hungry, you make your way back to the Blood of the Vine Tavern and get food there.
I would offer him to come with us for the meal. It would probably do him well to take a moment.
He says that he has other business to attend to because before he can settle, he wants to arrange for a headstone.
The headstone.
So,
Okay.
yeah. But other than that, you are all free to do what you wish, sir.
I'm a bias.
Sirs.
Let's head to some food, some grub.
Grub. We
Okay.
still got rooms we could sleep in.
Alrighty.
We
Well, I'm
pay
going
for
to go
those
ahead.
rooms and not use them. Just curious.
You have paid for them, but you used them the first night. You didn't use them this night. So... And I can't remember how many days you actually paid for them for, but... you know.
Yeah, I don't remember off the top of my head.
Only like 2 or 3 at most, right? I mean,
Yeah, I think we booked it for 3 nights.
Yeah, I think it was 3. So you've still got a night that you can have here at this tavern. But anyway, So, is that where you guys want to go? You want to make your way to the Blood of the Vine?
Yep. Get some grub on. Eat some delicious cabbage water.
Yes.
It's becoming a bit of a comfort, actually.
Cabbage water. So nice. Alrighty. Let me pop this and get you in there. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. That's why I can't find it. Haha. Okay. Well. There we are. Alrighty. Okie dokie. You wander in through the door. Being that it is very early, there are not many people in here at all. The dour-faced innkeeper is here. He's probably here. He's probably here. Most people are just kind of having a meager breakfast, which just looks like bread. You can kind of look and see a few sausages and a couple of eggs floating around. The better food seems to be on the table where these three lovely dark-skinned women are.
Those are my girls, yeah?
Yeah, they're the ones that... Those are the three Vistarni women that you were chatting to before.
Just gonna enter and immediately take one of the stools by the countertop.
Okay.
I'll sit next to you.
Same.
Alright, Arik, the barkeep, just kind of like obliviously continues to clean a mug. There is, like, you notice that there is actually like a wooden plank with a loaf of bread with slices sitting on the bar itself, and a big pot of butter kind of sitting there as well. He kind of like, his eyes wander to look at you, but he doesn't say anything. He continues to polish glasses, mugs.
We will have double servings each of your finest food, please.
He kind of looks at you,
Please.
and he looks at everybody, puts down his bar cloth, and wanders into the kitchen through the door.
So it's going to be bread, cheese, and ale, I assume.
Probably.
There's some sausages I saw too on some of those tables.
That sounds so good right now, though. I'm just like eyeing the bread. I'm like, I'll just have a slice of this one.
Okay, you just reach over and take you a slice of bread.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a knife.
The entire
you know.
town just stands up. What are you doing?
Bread is the worst crime you can commit here in Barovia. There's a spreader and butter there as well.
Was the bread red in the text, or? Because if so, you messed up.
Yeah, no, I'm going to reach over and grab a slice of bread too.
Okay.
And some butter.
All right.
Nice.
Yep.
Well, we're about to pay them, man.
He, after about 10 minutes, he comes wandering back, and kind of like just starts flinging plates on the table off of a tray. Basically, there's 2 sausages, 4 eggs, and a hunk of bread on each plate. He kind of
That sounds awesome, yeah.
looks at the platter of diminished bread,
Hungry.
takes the board, wanders into the kitchen, comes back out, boom, throws another one down, and proceeds to continue to polish his glasses.
Yes, I eat quickly and hungrily.
Okay. Yeah,
The
y'all
man is a thrall.
scarf your food as fast as you possibly can. All right. You notice that the three Vistani ladies are all kind of like huddled over like a small coven of cackling hags, like whispering to each other. And by the one that's kind of closest to the door, the way her eyes kind of like keep cutting up at you guys as they're whispering, it's pretty obvious that you are the topic of conversation.
Those are the women I spoke about the other night. We had the long conversation.
All right.
Right.
Those are the three. So what you remember from Eastmark told you that the three of them own this tavern. And that they are outcasts from their type or their kind. And he believes that they are spies for the Devil Strahd.
Ooh.
Yeah, Octavius knows none really of that. He just they talked to him and were sweet and friendly and nice, and he got all blushy about it. So
well, yeah, they laid it on thick with young Octavius for sure.
He fell for it, not all the way, but enough.
Yep.
They seem like nice ladies, Octavius.
Yes, they were quite friendly. Do I go say hi?
No.
No, see, here's the thing. You're gonna want them. Yeah, you're gonna want them to reach out to you. Otherwise, you seem like a bit of a pest, you know.
Yes.
You want them to keep thinking about you and mulling over it, and every time they see you, they're gonna think, "Oh darn," you know, like I could talk to that again.
Right.
And that's,
yes.
I thirst for the conversation, really.
Yes. Yeah. You are the master of this sort of thing, Trip. I will take. Yeah. I will heed your words.
I have helped so many people in this regard.
Okay, yeah, you're right. I'll stand fast, and I'll turn myself even more to the bar, away from them. Really play it up.
Octavius,
what's a guy got to do to get some chicken tendies around here? Try to get their attention a little bit to seem cool.
Okay,
I'm gonna lean down to you and be like, Octavius. When we leave, give them a wink and point your forefinger at them and go, yeah, and then walk by them.
Okay.
Do you want my advice too?
No, Doug, it's okay. I got this. You're far away.
I think Doug, Dad has excellent advice.
I mean, I'm the only one who, snagged a bird around here.
Hands up, anybody that's given birth that's had children.
I've done it at least 3 times. Wait,
snagged
only 2?
A bird.
I've done it at least 2 times.
I mean, I might have some little ones running around in the Arconis.
Come on.
Well, I mean, come on.
Father, what is your advice?
Okay, you want my advice?
No, but you're gonna give it to me.
All right, here we go. Okay, ready for this?
Mm-hmm. I'm ready.
This works 100% of the time. Okay, you're gonna walk past him. I muted myself. Hold on.
Say nothing.
So they like that.
The silent treatment, of course.
To start, they like that a little bit.
Of course they do. Yes.
Play it cool. Then you're gonna drop something. You're gonna oops.
Are you teaching him the bend and snap?
Is that what you call it? I don't call it that.
It does work every time.
I just, you kind of go down and you kind of just pop up. I call it the
drop and pop.
The drop and pop. Exactly.
This explains so much about you and Mom.
Thank you, and it works.
And thus, hip-hop was invented.
They love it. So,
works
go ahead.
Every time.
Okay.
Give that a try. I'm just saying.
You see Octavius's eyes go down as he's okay.
Sorry, is that boring you, Gemma? Or
well, my advice. If
I also don't
wanted to hear it.
I don't like how you're all giving me tips to hit on 3 very much older women than I am, but that's fine, I guess.
I understand how your age works, so to me,
interesting.
I don't really know.
Please.
My advice is that you keep to the books. You clearly have much to learn as toward the encounter that just happened. You don't need to distract yourself with women.
Yes, you're right. That's why I have sworn them off. Actually.
bonus points if you accidentally drop the garlic thing that you had earlier, and it just splashes all over the place.
Okay,
Well, I don't know if that's a good thing to.
got
Oh,
it.
then it smells like garlic in here. Who doesn't like garlic, you know?
Well, it already kind of does. I mean, there's garlic hanging over all the windows and stuff in here anyway. It's kind of like
got
as you suddenly start looking around, you're like,
Got it.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
Guys, we're going to see Ismar later, right? Do that thing that we said we do.
What are we doing again?
Well, we're not saying it out loud here. There's
Right.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
We gotta eat first, and then we'll take care of business.
Well, if you have any leftovers, I'll eat that.
No, I just don't eat so fast as you. I'd like to savor my meal.
You want to savor this meal?
Yes, it's
Might
It'll
be our
be
last
last.
one for a while.
delicious and nutritious. And
I'm gonna look greedily at Octavius's plate of food. 'Cause he's so tiny.
Hey, he's a halfling.
Is there any food left on Octavius's plate?
Oh no, Octavius eats quick.
Okay.
He's a little halfling. He's very ravenous.
Then I'm gonna look at
4
Gemma's
eggs,
plate.
2 sausages, and a hunk of bread.
Hmm
That's gone,
like-
man. It's gone.
I still got some left on my plate.
He's probably still got. He's got
Eating.
egg running down the side of his face. He's mopping the last bits of the egg off the plate.
He's
with
a grown boy right now.
Right.
He's in that stage.
Yeah, I'm gonna reach across and grab a loaf of a slice of bread from Gemma's plate. Just like, rah.
Thanks for asking, Uncle.
That's okay. You've got an entire loaf laid in front of you on a platter separate anyway.
I get
That's their
another
equivalent
piece.
of bar snack.
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah, I mean, you all get a decent meal anyway.
yeah.
Breakfast was certainly better than supper the other night when it was cabbage soup.
Right.
Gonna look at the guy and say, how much for all this?
Right? He kind of like looks at all the plates. $5 silver.
Give him 5 silver.
Okay, he takes it. With that, one of the 3 girls sitting at the table is going to stand up. It will be this lass. You're able to see that?
Yep.
Okay.
he was
Okay.
like the main one talking last time, right?
So Sorovia, well, it was her and the kind of one tall one dressed in red. So she kind of gets up and she comes over and with a very big, friendly smile. So she'll reach over and kind of like put her hand right where Seth's shoulder wound was, where Doru bit you. Like, she puts her hand like right on it, not hard, but deliberately right there. And then she says, I trust that breakfast was very palatable for you this morning.
I'm not even gonna wince. I mean, obviously, I feel a little bit of the sting, but I'm not showing that to her.
After she kind of initially does that, she allows her hand to kind of like, her fingers to kind of like loosely slide down your arm and then drop off.
Yeah, I only like half turn to her, and not the kind of dismissively, and I just say, "Yes, it was a good, thank you."
As she kind of does that and walks past you, she stoops down just a little and making sure that she's got Octavius's attention, she's like, and winks at him with a big grin. And then walks over to Trip. And she says, "What flamboyant and fancy clothes you wear. It is a shame that they are stained so. Would you perhaps like us to take care of them and have somebody wash them for you? No charge, of course."
Actually, like to maintain my own state of dress. I've been slacking on it. I've been busy, but you have to understand it's like a comfort thing for me
Oh,
to take
but
care
a
of?
man has to take care of many things, and I understand when you are a man of the world. Sometimes you get your hands dirty.
I understand it's a...
And with that, she kind of like licks a finger and then reaches forward and like wipes some dirt off your nose.
I'm just gonna... as a owner of a tavern, don't you have larger concerns on hand? Like, where is your entertainment?
These are but simple folk. This is a simple tavern. We do not really have much need for entertainment, and most of these poor souls, she says, kind of almost laughing, would not appreciate good music if they heard it. I, on the other hand, come from a people that embrace and have a great passion for music. Are you perhaps a musician?
Sure, but if you have such a cultural, I suppose, need for this enlightenment of music and art and culture, then why would you not also establish that in a place where I've seen you quite a lot, and it's your establishment?
Oh, but we have tried, and people do not appreciate it. So traveling minstrels and bards do not like to perform here. After all, we cannot really afford to pay them, and the patrons do not tip.
And then once they come to do a gig, they can never leave, apparently, so...
Oh, well, if they are from inside of Barovia, then they can. Of course. Some of the finest music that you will ever hear can be played at the camp of the Tsar. Tsar camp. It is a known encampment of my people.
Well, I'll have to keep an ear out for it.
It is far to the west of here. After you cross the great river, if you keep your eye open, those that are astute will see the woodland pass that leads up the hill. You can find the camp there.
No, we got one of those. I'm gonna nudge Dad and be like...
Right, yep, she kind of like slides around Douglas at this point, allowing her arms to her fingertips to kind of like wander across his shoulders.
Hey, don't touch my dad like that. He's a happily married man.
Yeah, exactly.
Just, well, whatever do you mean? I mean nothing by it.
You can't just go around touching everyone you want to.
And at that point, she kind of changes her finger walking to more of a brushing, like she's brushing something off of his shoulder.
I'm slinking out of it as much as I possibly can.
She kind of like looks you up and down and says, "Oh, I can see you are one that is astute, a man of the woods, perhaps."
Yes, I am very astute.
Well, then, should you find yourself traveling along the road to the west, along the old Slavic road, just mindful of what I said. If you cross the bridge to the right, eventually you will find a pass that would lead you up to the Tsar camp. For some reason, I feel like it is almost destiny to go there.
What benefit do you have giving us this information? How is this serving you?
Oh, you are outsiders. I am sure you would like to know why you are here. You go to the Tsar camp. You might find someone there that can shed some proverbial light on your situation. Yes, ask to seek the aid of Madame Eva. And then she kind of crouches down and tickles your dog under the chin, which he happily allows her to do.
Yeah, he's a dog.
And then she kind of like just strokes him down the back, and then she kind of like opens up her palm and she's got like a half a sausage and she puts it in. And with that, she then turns and gently puts her arm on your shoulder one more time and just runs it down. And then you realize that was actually her getting rid of the slobber from Whiskey's mouth that was all over her hand. It was less of a gesture of kindness or flirtation.
That's acceptable.
And with that, she goes and sits back down in her chair, sticking her boot up on the chair to her right and taking a very much more kind of boyish, roguish stance. And then she just sits there quietly grinning at her two sisters, who, as you can tell by their subtle head movements, are kind of like acknowledging that. And even though their backs are to you, you get the feeling that they're probably also grinning from cheek to cheek.
Well, I don't like her one bit.
Yes, she conveniently passed right over me, the only female in this group, so I'm quite offended.
That is pretty rude.
Yeah.
You're right.
Oh, that's what she was doing. Oh my god.
Offended or jealous?
Offended.
Threatened.
I mean, it's okay either way.
It's not.
I hate when they do that. It's so annoying.
She's just using her powers where she thinks that she can get away with it, and she's wrong. Didn't do anything to me. I didn't even flinch.
Why don't we leave the tavern and talk about this?
Oh, yes, I think that would be good.
Well, we need to visit our friend anyway, right?
Yeah, we gotta go see him. It's everybody finished? Did you clear your plate, Octavius?
I'm in the clean plate club, Dad.
Okay, good job.
I always do.
Yep. Would you?
This is eventually going to lead to food-related trauma, and I'm just going to take the rest of the bread with me.
Nah.
Okay.
Nah. That's nothing. Not in my day. No.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put another silver on the table like a tip and get
Okay.
out. Get out.
Arik looks. Shh. Not a word. All right. And then all of you are heading out. Are you going to Eastmark's place? Is that where you're heading?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Little chalet.
As we're walking, I want to discuss what she said. So she said, Madam Eva. Did I hear that correct?
Ava.
Eva.
Yeah.
Anyone heard of her?
Ava, tomato,
Well,
tomato.
obviously not. We've never heard of anything
No.
here. I get the impression she was manipulating a little bit.
No.
So maybe ignore that
I intend
if we can
to.
help it.
What is Madam Eva supposed to know more about, though, specifically?
That's why I asked her what she had to gain, because usually when I'm feeling like they're trying to manipulate me, if you ask them to put their cards on the table, they won't, and she didn't. So
Probably a trap to get us alone with them.
yeah, some kind of. It's hard to trust anyone here.
Trust is such an objective thing. Alrighty, you guys are going to head down then to the Burgermeister's house for some burgers.
Yeah, baby.
And some Meisters, perhaps.
Alright, okay, yep. You
There's
get
the
there, and oh my god, he's starting to bury somebody else. No. Wait, didn't we just bury that guy?
There's a lot of death in this town, you know?
This is another dead person that you've got to bury before I'll go anywhere. We'll solve this problem
Actually, it's
real
my
quick.
sister, so. Yeah, you're still gonna move her, but a little different. Haha.
Problem solved.
Wonderful. A body used to be there. Now we eat on it.
Yeah, now it's just the table. Now the coffin's been taken off the table.
Ooh, a 2-in-1.
All right. Okay. You knock on the door. Eastmark opens the door and lets you in. He says, I offer you my thanks for what you did for my family. Please, this way. Have you had breakfast?
Some.
I could eat more.
Not enough.
Got anything better or?
Okay.
Okay, we just had 2 eggs and 3 sausages each. What can you give us?
Yeah, we really like waffles where we're from. You got
All right.
those?
Chicken tendies, maybe.
Barovian waffles.
Yeah, he'll invite you into this big room at the end of the hallway.
Oh yeah.
A house to be seen.
Oh my.
Gonna see
Oh, my.
everything.
Oh my.
Right, then he'll go through this side door. Oh, why is that not?
I'm gonna look at this suit of armor really closely.
Good idea.
See if
Wave
it
the
comes
hand
alive
in
and
front
starts
of
to
it.
kick your ass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any large balconies?
And then eventually sit kind of far away from it.
Okay, so he's not stopped in there. He's gone like
Oh, okay.
straight all the way through, down through these doors and through these doors.
Oh, I awkwardly sit in this dining room. Kind of expectantly, like.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and he then starts gathering up food and stuff like that himself. Like, it's one of the things you notice is, despite having this huge mansion, there are no servants. Nobody comes to assist. And given about 20 minutes of gathering, and if you 2 youngsters have come in there, he'll be like, there should be a suckling pig still over there.
Wow.
Let's just warm it up in the oven for a few minutes. And grabs those apples and some fresh bread there. And he kind of like starts pointing. And after about, as I said, I get 20, 30 minutes or so, with the aid, I'm guessing by the looks of it, of Gemma and Octavius, he comes and puts on quite a spread, lays it out all on the table, and says, "It is so rare that we have guests. Please, help yourselves."
I start eating.
Yeah.
I begin.
Okay. As an afterthought, he picks up a bowl and like puts some of the suckling pig in it and walks it to the end of the table and like lays it down on the floor in front of your dog.
Aww.
Then he
This
kicks
guy,
him really hard.
we can. Oh, I was just gonna say we can trust him. he kicked my dog.
Your daughter, come to my house today. And
What
she
a
kicked my dog.
throwback.
He
Right.
kicked my dog.
Okay. Eventually, as you're sitting there, tucking into a much better fare, it's a mishmash of food. Like, he understands what food is, but I mean, some of these things are breakfast items. Some of them really don't belong for breakfast. They're more dinner items. I mean, as I said, you've got a mixture of fish, suckling pigs, platters of vegetables, bread, all that kind of stuff. It's just whatever was in the kitchen, get it and put it out here. He says, so, the other matter at hand, now that hopefully my sister is more agreeable, will you agree to take her as discussed to the west and deliver her to the town of Varlaki for her own safety?
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, didn't we already say yes to that? Right?
You did. I'm just confirming that we are still in agreement. After all, this morning I heard some disturbing news. It would seem that Father Donovich was looking for a grave marker for his son. I confess it was under our impression that his son had disappeared many, many months ago. Yet, all of a sudden, he turns up, but unfortunately, was dead. Did you perhaps see Father Donovich's son? Did he come to the church when you were there last night? I know that I left in much haste after the funeral of my father. But I noticed you also lingered a little. I don't know. Did perhaps you see him?
You should know these things. Yes. We heard what sounded like distress from inside, went to inspect it, and found that the father had been hiding his son, who had been cursed for his resilience against the devil himself, with a thirst. And
as you say that, the door kind of like to the hallway kicks open, and Irina kind of like comes walking in. And she says, and was turned into a blood-sucking vampire, as like finishing your sentence for you. And then she comes over here and plops herself down in this chair and reaches over and grabs some of the bread and pulls it to her and just starts eating it. That's what you was going to say, wasn't you?
You put it very nicely, actually. He requested, after some mild convincing, our aid in ending the bout.
Good. Then you did all of us a service.
There's one other thing. The father kind of confessed to some things that I think you guys would not really go for, you know.
Ismark puts down his glass and says, "Oh? And what was this?"
Some of the disappearances, specifically elderly or sickly, may have been used as...
Yeah, what Trip is trying to say,
He outright murdered some fools.
Well, that would also explain the recent disappearances, then. I had wondered if it not that people had fallen foul to those terrible zombie creatures that you had helped dispatch some of. But it seems that maybe a monster dwells inside our own village. Already, I have inherited this job, this title, this house, and the trials and tribulations have begun. Alas, this is why I cannot accompany you to Valaki with my sister. But if it is true and you manage to dispatch one of those foul creatures, then my choice and trust may well be placed with some degree of accuracy.
Yeah, have you ever heard the name Madame Eva? Maybe.
Irina will say, Madam Eva, yes?
Is she trustworthy, helpful, or...
She is Vistani. But she is still Vistani. She has not been... how do we say... She has not been exiled from her own kin. Not a mortal, as it were, but the question of whether you can truly trust Vistani is one that has been posted by many. I suppose she is the least likely to cause you harm. Providing, of course, and as he kind of like, is about to speak, Irina pops in and like overshadows him and says, "Act with the proper decorum and show your manners. Or the Vistani are a very traditional people full of airs and graces." I suppose you want to be going to Vallaki this morning? Or do you have more business here in Barovia?
No, I'm good to go. Family, guys.
Yes, do you perhaps have a map?
A map? I know how to get to Vallaki. I do not need a map.
Could you draw us one?
Yes. We are new to this area. We don't know where Villarki is.
Malarkey.
Peter Malak.
There is one matter I would perhaps ask a favor. My rain cloak, as it were, was used to bury the vampire. If I could get a replacement.
Oh, but of course. Indeed, if any of you are in need of raincoats or wet weather gear, I can certainly accommodate you. I wouldn't want you traveling all this way and not be properly attired.
It would be much
Yes,
appreciated.
please.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, that would be great. Do you have a size small?
I believe, Ismark, don't you still have that coat that you had from Papa when you was a boy? I do. It should be sufficient. After all, I don't think you're going to need it anymore. Well, I had hoped that one day you would what? Sire and heir? That doesn't seem very likely, does it? I suppose not. So it is settled. The boy can have the cloak. And, she says, well, I will go and prepare myself and fetch your clothing. You can continue to converse with my brother if you have anything else to discuss. And I will be ready, shortly. Is there anything else that you need?
I would actually quite like to launder my clothing if at all possible.
You would like to what?
Clean myself up a little bit.
You are feel free to.
There's like a bath or.
Yes, you can. You can. You can come upstairs and wash if that's what you wish. By all means.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to hastily do so.
This is why camping trips with Trip just never worked out. He just couldn't handle it.
He is a glamper.
Yeah, he really just needs to be clean. I appreciate that about it.
There's no reason to shed dignity just because you've shed a roof.
Okay. Let me move. Let's see. Where are you, Trip?
Glamping with Trip.
I just imagine.
I'm ready for that video.
Dad,
Yeah, we could do a
stirred in the
spin-off
tent again.
with Lyra.
Partnership, collaboration.
A collab. if
Yeah,
you
we
will.
did a collab video.
We did a collab.
Oh my god.
God, I'm so old school.
Okay. So Satch, you should be on this page.
Yep.
All right. Yep. She walks to the top of the stairs. And will wander round to this. Let's see. No, she'll go to. Yeah, probably this room. Okay. She bids you follow her down the hall.
Wait, I've lost. There we are. Okay, following her. As we're
Alrighty.
walking, I'm going to address her. You speak very plainly in a way most don't.
This is. I find speaking plainly the easiest way to plainly get your point across.
It's very well appreciated.
I like it a lot.
Not many speak straight.
Trip, how come you've never complimented me about my plainness in speech?
Are you
Because
going?
your
Are you
plainness
going
is-
upstairs?
are
So
you
is Gemma
following?
going upstairs with Trip and her? They went upstairs.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yes, because I'm gonna wait in line to also bathe.
Okay, all right then. In that case, I will move you onto
Okay.
this place
yeah.
as well, Missy.
Okay.
Because your plain speaking is deranged, my friend.
I'm not deranged. I simply speak what comes to my mind as well.
Yes, but what comes to your mind isn't what is a processed thought every moment. You'll often just be like, perhaps if we turn a squirrel inside out, we'll better understand how magnets work, and I
Right.
don't follow.
Okay.
I think it's logical to do that. If you see the inside of the squirrel, then you'll see what happens when you put a magnet to it.
Well, she will open this door to where there's basically, a bathroom and a big basin. She says, "You can wash your clothes there. By all means."
Thank you very much. I don't know. It's like a personal thing. I like to take care of my stuff. Oh, whatever. I'm just gonna take off like my outer layers and just wash them up as best I can.
So she walks in and goes to this cabinet right here and opens it up. And without batting an eyelid, let me move this across so you guys can see where we are. Yep, without batting an eyelid, she just begins to unbutton her shirt and take it off.
Okay, I will continue to wash my clothes unfazed.
Right. Yeah, she will literally disrobe all the way down to her under her bloomers or whatever, and then redress without even caring that you're in the room. Seems to have no shame or bashfulness in this woman whatsoever.
And again, no interest out of me, so
Yep.
I'm just washing my clothes.
And then after that, she will kind of walk back into the bedroom. She looks at Gemma, who's sitting on the bed, and she says, I will be downstairs when you're ready.
Can I ask you a question first?
Yes, of course.
Your friend Gertruda, right?
Yes.
If I remember correctly, we found a note from you to her as if you knew she was going to be gone already.
Well, I wrote the note the day after she disappeared.
I see.
I had kind of hoped that her mother would find it.
She did not. We have it.
Oh, well. If her mother is unaware of the notes, then... Tell me, did you discuss Gertruda's disappearance with her mother?
Yes, she seemed to be under the impression that Gertruda would never ever run away or do anything bad. Like that.
As we said, unfortunately, she was under that impression, but that was quite what was going to happen.
Seems that way from what we discovered in her room, so...
Alas, wishing and wondering what happened to poor Gertruda is, well, frivolous at this point. People die here in Barovia all the time. No doubt my good friend is no more as well, so, let's speak no more of it, shall we?
As you wish.
And, yeah, she'll head off downstairs. Once she has gone down the stairs, do you guys up the stairs, left alone, wish to do anything? Or are you just going to kind of...
Steal everything.
rob the place blind?
I will lazily look around just to see what's around the room while I wait for Trip.
Okay,
Yeah.
I mean,
Trip is gonna come out clean but wet, and be like, okay, it's snooping time. Let's see.
I'm curious.
It's snooping time.
Snooping
Okay.
time, baby.
Yeah, I mean, on her, so on basically, her bedside table, there's a stack of paper and parchment and pens, obviously, where she was writing before. There is also an open book that's kind of laid down, still open. And that's about all that you can kind of see in plain view. Other than that, the room is fairly plain. It's a comfortable bed, a nice chair, small fireplace, a plant in a large pot that is actually still alive and very well kept and taken care of. But other than that, that's about it in this chamber.
Is the book page open on? Is that important?
Yep. Okay. So you kind of like glance down at the book. And it's clearly fairly in-depth, just kind of like looking at it. It seems to be discussing some kind of conflict. But just by glancing at it, you can't really glean more from an open page. Be like opening like a 300-page novel in the middle and just trying to guess what the book's about by reading a few lines, you know.
Or like just turn it just to see what the cover of the book is.
Okay, it is called War Against Diabolist Heresies, as fought by the Ulmist Inquisition.
Gemma, those are words, Gemma. Gemma, those are words.
Yes, it's quite a complicated war of peoples and things I don't know anything
if you kind of like look at the little inscription on the back, it says, a book that mixes logical exercise with the lurid descriptions of fiend-worshipping cults.
I don't want this book.
This is kind of... Actually, you know what? They don't need to know what the words I'm saying mean either. I could use this for insults. I'm just going to copy some of the
May
words
the Ulmist Inquisition besiege logical exercises upon you!
It feels like psychological torture already.
Okay.
I love it.
And then y'all just gonna go down?
I was going to suggest we maybe look behind or under around the bed or under the rug.
Absolutely.
Because
That's
this
where
is
we
the kind of
find
place where
things.
a crazy firebrand chick would hide things.
Alright, go
Yes.
ahead and give me a quick perception check then, please.
Okay. Perception.
And we're robbing the place, baby.
Okay.
Baby.
19's good. It's gonna be better than mine.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that hard. You kind of look under there. You find like a fairly long, heavy footlocker that you're able to kind of like slide out. But it does have a padlock and there's no key present.
It's under the. It's under
Is
the.
the key in the plant? Is the key in the plant?
God, it's gotta be in the plant or under the.
It's
rug.
gotta be in the plant. I'm gonna like roll over the bed. Just.
Go.
Okay, yeah, the key is not in the plant.
The key's not in the.
It's
plant.
not a. It's not a coveted key plant.
It's under the rug.
It's gotta be under the.
Okay,
It's gotta be.
it is not under the rug either.
It's in the pillowcase. It's in the pillowcase.
Oh, it's in the pillowcase.
It's in the mattress.
Come back up. Am I gonna be feeling around and shit?
Are you coming? What the fuck are you doing?
It's in the torch fire thing. It's in the.
It's that glowing ember right there. Pick it
It's
out.
taped under the chair. Aha.
Okay, no, you're not. There is no key that you can find
Fine.
in this chamber.
Let's go.
Maybe it's in the banister. I'm gonna fall over the banister.
Probably
Rip
around
up
her-
every floorboard.
It's probably around her
Kicking
neck.
down the door.
Ransack the place.
There's gotta be a key.
One back,
I would like
two.
to have put the footlocker back before all.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
No, are you guys just gonna?
As
I mean,
dramatic as that
do you,
was,
no,
yeah.
but all joking aside, are you wanting to search more up here, or are you gonna head down?
After searching the room, it would feel kind of like a faux pas to kick down every door of the building where not at war with. So
Yeah.
Okay.
it's gonna go down.
So common decorum, common decorum overtakes.
The need to learn every possible thing.
Okay,
Just this
alrighty.
once.
I'm going to go ahead and just move you guys out then and put you back on the other
okay,
map.
okay.
And that is probably a great place for us to
Oh, wow.
wrap it up
Time.
this evening.
Yeah, but here. Just get that measure. Ah, dagnabbit. Well, time for a beer. Glug, 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 glug. Oh, hello there. It's me, Christy, your D&D dad. I'm here to do all the things that a good D&D dad should do. Like mow the lawn, fix some shit, drink a beer, and of course, roll lots of 20s. And if you like all this, can you pan?
Oh, sorry, Dad. Sorry. Yeah, you look good. Yeah.
You should check me out on Instagram and Twitter at Christastics. And if you like D&D content, check out my podcast, New Crits on the Block. Anyway, I love you, my children.
If you're seeing this, that means that I'm back to playing Mondays on How Reroll. My handle is Satchmo on all platforms, and if you follow me, then maybe I can...
We've been trying to reach you concerning your car's extended warranty.
Nothing. Hi, is this my local zoologist? Yes, I'll hold. Hi, local zoologist. Yes, my name is Jane Ivana, and I'm looking for a snake that has a stinger. Yes. I'll hold. You don't have any? Alright, well, if you could look into it, you can contact me on Twitter at Jane on Twitch, that's with a 0. Anytime. Yeah, or you could catch me on my Twitch streams. I stream like once a week on twitch.tv/JaneIvana. Alright, I'll hold. Okay, thank you. Goodbye, local zoologist.
Hey everyone, it's the Snuggler. This year, Jane asked us to go quick on our outros, so I promise I'll go as fast as possible. You're just gonna put all my information on text on the screen, aren't you? Son of a...
Hey, twitch.tv/Shagget here, and I'm trapped in Barovia. I'm hiding in a dingy basement with some art, the art dingy basement, nothing like what you usually see on my webcam when I do streams on How We Roll. And I'm not hiding from Strahd. Believe it or not, he's a pushy Dracula knockoff. He doesn't scare me. I'm not afraid of him. I'm actually hiding from Gorebad, my dungeon master. He's out to kill me. I think finally surviving in 10 campaigns in Arconis throughout his stories, he's snapped because of it. And because of that, he's out to really kill me this time. Contact me at @aneb_convos on Twitter, please. Your support will help keep me alive, keep me on the run, keep my hope alive. I really need to see what happens to Radovan, Emlyn, and Alekma, and all my other characters that I played. I really need to see what happens to them. I'm very curious. Oh shit, I messed up. I really messed up. I think he heard me. He's coming. See ya!
Hi there, I'm Gorebad, and thank you for watching How We Roll. If you'd like to keep up with us when we're not live on Twitch, you can check out our other forms of social media. Follow us on Twitter at How We Roll. You can also follow our Facebook page. You can find the website at www.howweroll.com, and you can also find us on YouTube at, you've guessed it, How We Roll, for an absolute ton of additional content. Also, you can follow the dmblog.com for some DM tips, world building guides, and all things D&D related. Cheers, guys. That was a long walk. Okay. They said Shagget was somewhere here, and the door to where he's hiding was a blue door. So we gotta find a blue door, blue door, blue door, blue door. You're mine now, Shagget.